do an accessibility review for Dragonball Z Kakarot. Now, spent quite a bit of time playing this game to really give it a shot, and I will say, as far as accessibility goes, has none. Zero accessibility. You can't edit any of the controls whatsoever. There's no accessibility for the hearing impaired, vision impaired, mobility impaired. There is no accessibility, period. I think a company like Bandai Namco would have the ability to do that. I don't know, but let's talk a little bit more about that. So, these are the battle controls. The problem with this game is everything requires you to hold down a button and then press another button. Your super moves, you gotta hold down the left button and then press a button. Your support moves, you gotta hold down the right button. Item, you gotta hold down the right on the D-pad and then hit a button to use it. Your transformations, you want to go Super Saiyan, you gotta hold down left trigger, right trigger, press a button. I think this is the first game I've ever played that required me to have deep profiles on my Xbox Elite Series 2 just to play it. One for exploration, one for combat, and nation. Fly, it's like your standard sprint, but then you got to hold down the right trigger or the right button to go up, down, I don't remember, and then the right trigger to go up or down. It's one of those. So the flying is not ideal for anyone. The only thing I think about this game that, in terms of range of motion, is the attack buttons are on the face buttons. That's about it. The game itself is fun, but the controls are an absolute nightmare for anyone. Gotta hold down the left trigger to guard, to block. And if you want to do a burst, hold down the left trigger and hit X. But, it's just such a great made game. It's disappointing to see lack of accessibility options by, pretty sure Bandai Namco is a AAA studio. That's just really disappointing. Here's how you do the left button. Palette, you gotta hold it down. You want to do your vanish attack, hold down the left trigger, hit A. You want to do, like I said, your support, hold down the right button, transformation. And it's not just you hold down these buttons to do it. You gotta hold them down and then press a face button. That's the battle controls. Field controls, not much better. In order to do a Kai Blast, you gotta hold down the left trigger and hit X. Charged Kai Blast, you gotta hold down left trigger and hold down X. In order to search for Kai or special items, left button. Dash, thankfully, is easy to do because it's just a standard sprint. Boost flight, gotta hold down the Y button. Thankfully, everything else in the field menu is selecting vehicles is thankfully not hard. Just gotta hold down the left button if you want to search for Kai. Here's where I was talking about descend and ascend. You gotta hold down the right trigger to go down, hold down the right button to go up. Just here's the flight controls, kind of just like the standard exploration controls. Hold down left trigger again, hit X, fire Kai Blast. A lot of holding down. And for anyone with range of motion issues, it's incredibly difficult to have to hold down a button, press another button, or hold down multiple buttons, press another button. And it's just, you would think that there would be at least some form of accessibility here, and there's not at all. So, in terms of, if I had to give them a rating on accessibility, it would be a 0 out of 10. There is none. The game itself, though, is a fun game. It is. There's a lot to do, good replay value, that nature, but this isn't about the fun factor of the game. And they really dropped the ball on that. Winning. There's so many things they could do that would make this so much easier. Like, you want to use a super move. Why not have the ability to toggle it? Instead of hold it down, just let you press the button, bring up the menu. Same with, well, pretty much anything that requires a hold. Want to guard? Why not have a toggle feature? Or just hit away. Like a lot of fighting games make it where you just, whatever side they're attacking you from, you hit away from them and auto blocks. Or not auto, but hold down away from them. Well, why can't it be like that? Transformations. You know, if you had to do left trigger and right trigger, which I really don't think, really do. Why couldn't you have again made it toggle? Press those two buttons and then brings up the menu and press the button, the corresponding face button transformation. No reason why everything should have to be hold down, hold down, hold down. Having to hit, between 2 and 4 buttons at a time. I think it's between 2 and 4. Nonetheless, it's still too many. When I play with my chin, I don't have the ability to hold down multiple buttons. It's just pointing. All I can say. So, first time I've ever given a review where there was 0 ability options in the game at all, especially by a AAA company. But it is what it is, It is what it is. But thank you to everybody. I hope this review helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to drop them below. Excellent.